1. Welcome to Silent Crime Case. Today, we delve into a chilling case from Maplewood. The mysterious death of 18-year-old Rachel Smith left a community in shock and raised disturbing questions about those closest to her. Rachel Smith was just 18 years old when she died. Recently graduated from Maplewood High School, she was known for her intelligence and kindness. Rachel loved reading and dreamed of becoming a teacher. She worked part-time at a local bookstore, enjoying recommending books and discussing her favorite stories. Rachel lived with her stepfather, William Smith, and his new wife, Laura. William was a wealthy businessman, and Laura was much younger than him. Rachel's own mother had passed away a year earlier, making life harder for Rachel. Despite these challenges, she was a cheerful and creative person. Her teachers always said she was a joy to have in class. She was part of the school's drama club and loved acting in school plays. Rachel's best friends often talked about how she would light up any room with her smile and positive energy. In the days leading up to her death, Rachel was busy making plans for her future. She had just attended her graduation ceremony and was excited about starting college in the fall. She had been accepted to Ohio State University and planned to study education. Rachel was looking forward to becoming a teacher and inspiring kids to love reading as much as she did. Rachel's relationship with her stepfather William was complicated. On the surface, they seemed very close, but she had recently confided in her friends about how uncomfortable she felt around him. William was known for being charming in public but very controlling at home. Rachel sometimes told friends how she tried to avoid being alone with him as much as possible. Rachel had a bright future ahead of her, and many dreams she wanted to fulfill. Her sudden death shocked everyone who knew her, leaving a hole in the hearts of her family, friends, and the community. On the morning of May 14, 2015, at around 7:30 a.m., Laura Smith made a shocking discovery. She walked into her stepdaughter Rachel's bedroom and found her lying on the floor, unresponsive. Laura, who had only been married to William for a few months, screamed in horror. The room was a mess, with clothes and books scattered everywhere, making it look like a burglary had taken place. Laura quickly called 911, her hands shaking as she dialed. She told the operator that her stepdaughter was not breathing, and that it looked like someone had broken into the house. The 911 operator tried to calm her down and instructed her to check for a pulse, but Laura was too scared to do anything more than wait for the police and paramedics to arrive. When emergency services arrived, they found Laura sitting on the floor outside Rachel's room, crying and holding her head in her hands. The paramedics rushed in and quickly confirmed that Rachel was dead. They noted that she had been strangled with a scarf, which was found near her body. There were also signs of a struggle, with furniture overturned and items thrown around the room. Officer John Martinez was the first police officer on the scene. He immediately secured the area and started taking statements from Laura. She was in shock, her voice trembling, as she described how she had found Rachel. Laura said she had been making breakfast when she realized Rachel had not come down yet. When she went to check on her, she found the terrible scene. As the news of Rachel's death spread, the local community was in shock. Friends and neighbors gathered outside the Smith house, whispering in disbelief. The local news stations, like WLW Channel 5, quickly picked up the story, and soon everyone in Maplewood knew about the tragic death of Rachel Smith. Detectives arrive. The police arrived quickly at the Smith house on the morning of May 14, 2015, led by Detectives Sarah Carter and James Dean. The team wasted no time in securing the area and beginning their investigation. Both detectives were well known in Maplewood for their dedication and thoroughness. Detective Carter, calm and analytical, led the team with precision. Detective Dean, although emotional at the sight of Rachel's body, focused on gathering evidence. Rachel's bedroom was a chaotic scene. Clothes, books, and other items were scattered everywhere, indicating a struggle. The bed was unmade and the furniture was overturned. Rachel lay on the floor, and it was clear she had been strangled with a scarf which was found near her body. The detectives noted the signs of a staged burglary meant to cover up the true nature of the crime. The detectives began their work by photographing the entire room and documenting the evidence. They collected fingerprints from the furniture, door handles, and windows. They also took samples of fibers found on Rachel's body and clothing. Forensic experts were called in to assist, using advanced tools like luminol to detect any blood traces that were not visible to the naked eye. Detective Carter interviewed Laura Smith, who had found Rachel's body. Laura was still in shock, her voice shaky as she recounted the events of the morning. She explained that she had gone to check on Rachel when she didn't come down for breakfast. Laura said she and William had gone to bed around 11 p.m. and hadn't heard anything unusual. The detectives also spoke with William Smith. He was calm but defensive, insisting he had been at a business meeting the night before and knew nothing about the crime. He claimed he had come home late and went straight to bed. William's demeanor raised suspicions, but the detectives knew they needed more evidence to confirm their theories. Outside, the community was reeling from the news. Neighbors gathered, watching as the police went in and out of the house. The local media, including WLW Channel 5, reported on the crime, adding pressure on the police to solve the case quickly. As the day went on, the detectives continued to gather evidence. They took Rachel's phone and computer for analysis, hoping to find clues about her activities and interactions in the days leading up to her death. They also planned to review security footage from nearby homes and businesses to see if anyone had been near the Smith house the previous night. William Smith, a wealthy businessman known for his charm in public but controlling nature at home. Rachel had confided in friends about her discomfort around him, making him a key suspect. Despite his calm demeanor, William's behavior raised suspicions. Laura Smith, Rachel's young stepmother, visibly distressed during questioning. Though she had a difficult relationship with Rachel, her genuine distress made the detectives doubt her involvement. Ethan Lewis, Rachel's boyfriend with a troubled past, including a history of drug addiction. His erratic behavior and inconsistencies in his story raised suspicions. On May 16, 2015, new evidence came to light when a neighbor, Greg Johnson, found a suspicious shoe in his backyard. Forensic analysis revealed traces of mud, grass, and a small bloodstain that matched William Smith's DNA. This crucial piece of evidence led the detectives to arrest William. With the discovery of the shoe in the hidden path, the investigation took a significant turn. The detectives were now more determined than ever to find Rachel's killer and bring justice to her grieving family and friends. On the morning of May 21, 2015, at 7 a.m., they arrived at the Smith house. William answered the door, surprised to see the police. Detective Carter informed him he was under arrest for the murder of Rachel Smith. William tried to remain calm, but his hands shook as they cuffed him and read him his rights. The trial of William Smith began on August 10, 2015. The prosecution, led by District Attorney Alex Johnson, presented a compelling case, detailing evidence that pointed to William's guilt. The defense, led by attorney Melissa Turner, argued the evidence was circumstantial, suggesting Ethan Lewis could have been the perpetrator. However, the jury found William guilty of first-degree murder on December 5, 2015, resulting in a life sentence without parole. Rachel Smith's story is a tragic reminder of hidden dangers within a seemingly perfect life. Her legacy lives on through the memories of those who loved her, and the case serves as a reminder to cherish our loved ones and remain vigilant. Stay safe, true crime case solvers. If you have thoughts about this case or a case of your own you'd like us to investigate, leave us a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe.